Hi, welcome back to another session of Meet Prince2. And we did the earlier session on starting up a project, and now we are going to talk about initiating a project. And we are back here again. That's Muifa and me, Simon, who's going to be your host for today. Okay, Muifa, let's talk about initiating a project. So, what's so special about initiating a project? Why is it that Prince2 kind of makes it a compulsory first stage of any project?
Initiating a project process basically is we do not produce any what we call project products or deliverable. What we are doing here is we are doing a detailed project planning where we set up all the strategies or the approach for the projects to follow.
Yeah, well, we've got a good old kind of board here that lays down all the processes. Um, yeah, I think what kind of stands out is that if you look at all the processes, I see that is lots of activities in this process that's called strategy. One, two, three, four of them are four types of strategies, and the rest talks about the business case controls, the plan, and of course the final assembly. Can you tell us what all these strategy things are about?
Basically, when we start initiating a project, before we start to create a project plan, we would want to know what are we would like to prepare the different strategies, the four strategies. Okay, normally we can do either one of these first or do a bit in parallel. Okay, so let's say for these strategies are the approach. Okay, let's say risk management, prepare the risk management strategies. In whether you use Prince2 or any other project, I believe you have to have a risk management approach, or what we call here is risk management strategies. Okay, so how do you do the or prepare the risk management strategies is if you have a Prince2 manual, then our Prince2 we have three elements, important elements of Prince2. That is your processes. So these are the process. Then we have what we call teams. We have 7 teams, okay, and we also have principle, okay. So there are 7 principles, 7 teams, and 7 processes. So this is initiating a project is one of the 7 processes, which is at the beginning of the project. What this process do is only what we call prepare all the strategies or confirm all the project management strategies, and also prepare the project plan, and ultimately produce a project initiation document.
I see. So just now you mentioned the risk management strategy. I suppose that in this short session we wouldn't go into the details and leave that till later. However, I need to try and ask you what's the difference between the strategy and the thing itself. So in the risk management strategy, for example, am I setting up the risk register, or do I actually start putting in down all the risk that's happening in the projects? It's not that, isn't it?
We do not put down any risk in the project yet. The strategies, as you can as we all know, is an approach. That means in this particular project that is run under Prince2, what is the whenever there's a risk a risk occurring, so what are the steps? Let's say if you are a new member to this particular project team, what do I have to do? So in the risk management strategy, we will mention about the risk management procedure.
Okay, there's the kind of procedures that we need to do, and I guess it's the same with the rest, right? In terms of configuration management, what kind of procedures, what kind of level of detail we want to adopt in these things. I noticed that there's some people say that the communications management strategy is usually kind of finalized right after the other strategies are produced. Is there a reason for that?
Because the communication strategies are concerned about what we call a communication plan, who should receive what reports and when. So this will only be know when you set up all the rest
Yeah, I
of the
see.
strategies.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And what exactly is configuration management? Is to do with I don't know. Configuration is a new term to me. What exactly does that mean?
This particular activities here, prepare the configuration management strategy. It consists of both the configuration management and also change control procedure because they are tightly linked.
I see.
Configuration management has to do with the baselining of approved versions of a management report or management product, and also the specialist product.
Oh, it's keeping track of the so-called assets within the project, I guess,
Yes.
in some sort of way. And we have the quality management strategy is to do with what? How you control the quality? What are the procedures to ensure quality in the project, I guess?
So in quality management strategy, again, we have quality management procedure, the steps that you have to go to. What do you do in the quality planning, quality control, which is quality testing, and what are the role of the quality assurance when they will come in and check the quality of the products.
I noticed there's something called refine the business case. Didn't we do the business case in starting up a project? Why are we looking at business case again?
When this is when we refine the business case, activities will be done after we create the project plan. From the outline business case, we are given a budget, a timeline, and when we will do your product-based planning and do a detailed project plans or project plans for or how many stages we have to do, what are the resources, what are the timeline and whatnot. Okay, so that once we done that, we will have a better ideas of the business case, the more accurate timeline, the more accurate benefits that you can derive, and the investment appraisal.
I see. Yes, I guess those things would probably not be done in starting up a project when you're just trying to get a quick idea whether it's worthwhile to carry on, right? But at this point in time, I guess in initiating a project, you really need to have done a detailed business case.
Yes.
I guess setting up project controls are to do with what? Deciding number of stages and other elements of control, right?
Tolerances.
And this project plan is not the same as starting up. There was some mention about a plan in the starting up process, right?
That one is an initiation stage plan.
Which is this whole thing, right? That means you are planning this whole thing.
Yes.
So don't get it mixed up. In starting up a project, that one they are talking about doing the plan for this particular stage of the project. And assembling the project initiation document, I guess that's considered a very, very important document in any project's
Yes, this will serve as we will be baseline, and it will be serve as a contract between the project manager and the project board to deliver the project.
Okay, now just in case you find this a bit overwhelming, if you haven't done PRINCE2 before, I hope it's given you a kind of rough idea about some of the issues which are being addressed by PRINCE2. And just to reiterate, these are issues that have to be addressed in any project if you want the projects to have a good chance of success, isn't it? It's not just PRINCE2. But PRINCE2 is a fantastic way that they've evolved to tie all the bits in together, and as we shall see later in the other session. Okay, well, that's initiating a project process of PRINCE2, and signing off. Here's me, Simon, again, and that's Muifa. And until we meet again in the next session, bye-bye.
Bye.